So wouldn't it be great if we can actually now create agents or operatives or virtual team members who actually can do things for us and help us? So first one I thought it'd be fun to create is I've created Sara, who's a T&E consultant. So all of those big consultancy bills that you guys have been paying, maybe you can actually create Sara instead. So has the same policy. There's nothing different here. I've just made her corporate travel, business expense policy, sustainability, and knowledge of industry best practices. Based on industry knowledge, you can identify policies, ways to improve existing policies. You're very thorough. And that's as easy as that, really. So I said, based on industry best practice, can you use our current policies at PIDG and suggest any additional ones? Okay, so sustainability policy, sustainable travel policy would be good to actually include. Accommodation policy, current policy requires employees, directors use the most cost efficient. Therefore, additional guidelines in place to ensure the accommodations are also sustainable. Yeah, meal policy, food and drink, additional policies to encourage sustainable, healthy eating habits. It's a lot of sustainable stuff. So I can say, okay. Now, Sara, I've created Sara to be able to do more than just answer Q&A. So we're generating things. Remember, generative AI. So please write me a draft of a new sustainable travel. Let me fix my spelling. Sustainable travel policy for PIDG. That's a good starting point, actually. It's missing one thing that I can see. Okay. This is great. Yeah.
What's interesting there is that when you showed us the actual policy, Sherry followed their, not only is the language accurate, brand new, but accurate, but it also has the same formatting and everything that the original policy had. So yeah, it digested the format as well.
Exactly. So I bet you, I won't do it now. I bet you the numbering, all that, it's copy and pasteable without any issue. This is great, but can you also add, also encourage use of virtual meetings instead of physical travel and rewrite for me. There you go. So I think it's great. So this, we're using Sherry internally at PredictX. Our productivity has gone off the roof. And this is some of the little things that she can do just to review the policies, compare against standards is a day probably for someone's time. Having somebody then write a first draft, how many, it's not instant, right? It takes time. So this is just one. Let's do another quick one for Sara. Okay. Let's say first say a little something really simple. We're doing language right now, but she can do math and do other things that's a bit more complex. So I could say, let's see, show me the hotel rate cap tape, hotel rates as a table. So this is in, I know this is in the document somewhere. Okay, this is the Hiltoreki cap table by country. So let's see, I've been getting complaints from LATAM that our rate caps are too low post-pandemic. Let's see, can you generate the same table, add a column with the rates plus 15%, say. If we had more time, which we don't, I've done this, so I know we can do it. I can ask Sherry to get the latest purchasing power parity rates, PPP, from the OECD, and then calibrate versus the USA prices at 355 and regenerate everything to make sure. And it does actually point out that LATAM is way too low, by the way, okay? So this is Sara as your own personal consultant on your team doing these sort of things.
Yeah, this is so cool, Kisop. I was actually asked to perform this morning. It's something exactly like this.
There you go. Then use it here. You can copy and paste. Done.